Hello there. We are touring the Princess Margaret Lottery Home. So sit down. Come with me. Sit down. We're going to get comfy. This is all a virtual tour that I have been sent the photos. So I'm going to take you on the virtual tour. And this is from 2020. Brian Gluckstein design. So beautiful. Always sophisticated, dramatic, elegant. But there are some things where I'm a bit like, is that the most functional? Not sure if I love it. So I'm going to say love it or leave it for some of the items. I want you to stick around to the end of the video so you can comment and let me know if you agree with my analysis of the design. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, why not? It's Claire Jefford. Hit the bell below and the red subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I publish a new video. Of course, giving you color clarity in a lot of my videos. When I do color reviews, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the colors they are all by Benjamin Moore here in this home. And some of them I've used even quite very recently on projects, so I'm quite excited about that. All right, here's the exterior of the home. We're seeing a lot of white, both interior and exterior in terms of paint colors. And we've got the contrasting black here with the window frames and the door, the portico, and the lanterns on either side. It just looks so exquisite. And the landscaping is simple. You know, you've got the black repeated over the left by the garage. So I love that. It gives you a little taste of what to expect from the rest of the home. We start here in the great room, and as you can see, we've got the walls that are painted here. They're pale oak, and we've got some trim, extra detail around the top here in the center of the room. And the ceilings you'll see more in a minute, but they just go so high, these ceilings, exquisite. So the brightness, the light that we're getting in this home, you know, it makes all the difference in the world, you know, and it's so nice to see, especially when you've got some greenery. We've got the Kendall charcoal. That's the color that you can see across in all of the doorways here. So let me know what you think about that. Do you like that contrast that's been created here? Is it a little too heavy for your liking? I really love it. I love the contrast. I think it looks great. And although I'm not usually a fan of double-sided fireplaces, I really love this here because you've got the one side in the living area and then you've got the other side in the kitchen. Brian, as he always does, in a lot of designs and a lot of different rooms, he's decorated here with the neutrals, a lot of neutrals that we're seeing, which is beautiful. And you're going to see some of the rooms that are actually quite dramatic in color. So he has added color. I would just say you do not want to have like a black cat that sheds or a dog, you know, in this sort of space with dark hair. But otherwise, it really is exquisite. And as you can see at the top, we're going to have a look at that in a little bit, but these are beautiful wrought iron railings that lead into a couple of the bedrooms, so you can open up the double doors. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that, you know. I think it always looks good, but from what I understand, when people live in a home where you've got that kind of open railing, the sound is really echoey and not so good maybe if you want to go to bed, you know, at a certain time and your guests or the rest of the family does not, and they're in this open area and they're being quite loud. But anyway, just something to think about if you're looking at designing your home. But look at this here. Look at the ceilings. I mean, look at the drapery, the black window frames. It's all just very, you know, awe-inspiring as you walk through the door and see this as your main great room. I'm not going to say now. Brian's also accented, using a lot of the gold accents and black. So again, just repeating the contrast that we're seeing on the walls and with the frames. And I love these chairs. I think we have a close-up picture. If you can see the back of these chairs here, I really think that they are something else. And they almost remind me of like a wool, right, of a lamb or a sheep. And so I feel like those would be quite cozy. And a lot of the furniture is going to be Brian Gluckstein's own lines of furniture because he has his own line. And again, seeing a lot of these tables in Brian's designs and just in general, these tables that you can move around, they're more versatile, not just one straight coffee table. Look at that finish, like the coppery gold finish. So the metallics that he's used, the metals, sorry, really, really nice and repeated quite often throughout the home. There's those chairs I want. Like, I just feel like I just kind of want to pet them and sit in them at the same time. And the black frames, again, pretty cool on that. So here's this room. So this room is right off of the room that we were just in. So this is a great home for entertaining. There's no lack of seating. I'm not sure that I love the tables the way that they're lined up here. You know, because it's kind of, we're seeing a lot in this house. I don't know, comment below and tell me what you think of that. I love these though. So these are basically attached to the wall. It's a little table to put your drink. You can slide it out. Again, in the gold, they're round, super cute. You can see them on either side. So I really like that. I think that's a cute function. I'd be interested to see, you know, I would love to get in there and be able to touch those and move them around. And then I just love how the drapery, you know, comes obviously to the floor. It's a full drapery. They're definitely a functioning drapery. You can tell by the way that it's stacked back and got quite a bit to it. And I love that it's the same color. We've done this before. We've done this in a dining room where we painted the walls white dove and the drapery was the same color. And that's kind of what they've done here. But again, with the moldings that you can see, the trim, I mean, the baseboard, it's just the moldings are always really, there's never a lack of the custom millwork in any of these homes. It's really great to see. And then you've got this here, which is paneled with fabric. So let's just have a look at that side of the room in a second. Here we go. I mean, I think this is nice. I don't know what it is about it. There's something about it I'm not loving, and I can't really make out what it is. But we've got like a skirted sofa. This sofa doesn't seem to have any back cushions, so it's a tight back. And, you know, so you've got the cushion, obviously the addition of the accent pillows that Brian's put in there with some blue accents. So you're going to see where that's been repeated. This chair with the cane backing, you know, and a round table. I like adding in, you know, some round versus like all of the squares that you see in rectangles. But yeah, let me know what you think about that wall covering. I do think it's pretty. I just don't know why I'm not falling in love with it. Okay, so now you can see the view into the room over, and then you can see the kitchen even in behind that, which we'll have a look at in just a minute. But look at this. Look at the ceilings. All of the black. Do you like that contrast? Are you enjoying that? And then we've got this here, which is actually repeated. If you can see that bit of detail around the trim, and you're going to see where that's been repeated. So it's kind of like, it's like a fluting. So again, a little more traditional. So it's interesting, you know, when you can mix both the traditional and more modern look to get, you know, a different vibe going. Here we come into the kitchen. The kitchen area, I love it much better than the one last year. Was not keen on the bookend paneled fridges on each side. I do like this. The only thing that I will say is I'm not really keen on this, the way that this has been designed. And I've seen this before. I've seen this at shows. I've seen this in LA when I went on the LA design trail. This is decked in by Constantino. So it is a beautiful stone. It's a beautiful finish. I'm not questioning that. I just think that this is asking for a lot of crumbs. I think we're going to get a lot of crumbs in there. It's just kind of an extra thing to clean. Obviously, it's a nice design detail though, and to have it wrapped all the way around. I don't even know what this costs. I would love to know. You know, but what I also love in here though is that he's got the black chairs over here, the black lighting, and then the black frame here. So again, we're repeating those dark tones to create that contrast in the space, which I really love. And then you can see from the other angle, this is from the little sitting area. I always love the idea of a banquette. So I do like this. I find it much more open and welcoming than the design that we saw last year in the house. And there's another photo. What I don't love though, tell me I could leave it. I really wish, and I've noticed this before last year with some of the vanities in the bathroom, I really like to see that wall to wall. Like, why leave that little space? It's all obviously custom. So I don't like leaving that because I guess they're trying to make it look like a piece of furniture, but I just see the dust that's going to get in there. And I don't know, why not just maximize the space, right? And same up here. I mean, I probably would have been those to the forefront because unless up there is for decorative, but yeah, it's just stuff you gotta dust, right? So we've got the faucet here. Isn't it beautiful? So that is a Groa faucet. And again, just repeating those golds, which I love so much. I want to hear from you on this. I love the look of these open shelves. Like, they look so great when you're styling a home. But right next to the oven like that, I don't know, you got splatters happening, you got grease. I think it would just, it's not the most functional. I could leave that. I could leave that and have some cupboards there, I believe. Especially just so close to that beautiful oven that you've got going on. And the hood, stainless steel hood, you know, again, Brian always does really interesting hoods. Sometimes they're the same color as the cabinetry. Sometimes they're the one piece that stands out. So I do like that, but I'm not loving the open shelving right there next to the stove. And the other thing that you would have to do, there doesn't seem to be a lot of space here. So you need, like, you know, realistically, you need like a toaster, a coffee maker. I'm not sure what's in these cupboards and which is the fridge. So some of these are going to be the fridge. I'm not sure which one it is, maybe fridge freezer. But So when any prep work that you're doing, you would have to do it on the island because you've got the large island, and those counters aren't really a lot of space. So you'd have to, just be turning back, which is fine. It's right there, right close. But again, would love to hear your feedback on that. And there's a view down to the banquette. I will say with the banquette, I love the seating. Again, the neutral colors. I'm going to assume that fabric is a fabric that if you spilled something on, it's going to bead. It's not going to penetrate into the fabric. I don't know. I'm just not loving this light fixture. I feel like it's kind of busy. There's a lot going on with these curves and then these straps here. I would have liked to see something a little more simple and kept the focus just on that beautiful seating area with that drapery in the background. Okay, so now we come to the dining room. The dining room is very dramatic, very moody, and now we've gone totally dark. So it's very interesting, so now you've gone from all of this neutral of the pale oak into this room, which Blue Note has been used, from what I understand, on the trim. All around, that's Blue Note by Benjamin Moore. I've never used that color. Then you've got this very cool light fixture, square table. These are Brian Gluckstein designed that table. The drapery and this trim. So again, it's all the same color, all of these blues, then the different shades of blues on the chair. I do really like this room. I think what I probably would have liked to have seen, to be honest, we saw a little bit of blue in that other room with the wall coverings, but I really like to repeat a color so it looks very purposeful and you have that flow. And I didn't see a lot of that with the blue, in this house. You kind of go from like very light to very dark. There's that light fixture, super cool. And the gold accents again being repeated. And here's the study. So the study, again, very dark, very moody, dark furniture. I love this. This is burl wood. I really love the burl wood. What I liked about it especially is that it's doing exactly what I was talking about a minute ago, is that it is being repeated. So you've like the tone. So you've got it here, you've got it in this little throw, and we've got it in the books that have been turned around the other way, which we've also seen a lot of, and we've done that when we've done styling for clients. So let's just take a little look here. I believe there is one. So you see all the books, so it's repeating that tone, so it feels very purposeful. Then you've got it again here, so I love that. I think that's great. One thing I was a little bit concerned about is, I would say, the lighting in here. Is that the lighting, let's just go back here. That when you look at the room as a whole, you've just got some pot lights and then this central fixture. And other than this desk lamp, I mean, if I want to sit over here and I want to read a book, or work on my laptop, I haven't got any lighting and the room's very dark. So always can't ever go wrong with more lighting. All right, so here you have the hallway, and again, because I wasn't actually able to go into the home, I'm not exactly sure which side we're coming from here, but I do love those steps. All of the floor is in the Decked In by Constantino. So you've got the countertop in the kitchen, the flooring here, as well as in the bathroom that you'll see in a minute in the powder room. It's all the same. So I like having seen that repeated. What I found quite interesting in this, though, was you've got the baseboards here, which is done one way. Then you've got the baseboards here, which is the tile that comes up, the stone. And then you've got different baseboards here. This is the actual going into the entryway because this is a closet. What I also found a little bit odd, I'm going to just jump to it for a second here, is they did this last year. And as someone who's short, this is a step up. So I don't know why it's not flat into the closet. And the doors didn't have any pulls in them because they're supposed to look like, just a part of the wall. It was very awkward to open last year, I did notice. So again, the function, I could leave it. I need that to be shorter. I know not everyone is 5 feet like me, but I'm just saying. Now look at this. I mean, this is really beautiful detail. I mean, you've got, not to mention just all of this, but also this Greek key pattern going around, and all, again, the same color tone. So like the pale oak. And just a beautiful light fixture. So I really do love that. And that's the entrance as you walk in. And what I always love, Brian always does this, he does extra detail on the floor, like that added detail, just really fun, really shows like, wow, you're in for something special as you come through this home. All right, so here we have the powder room, kind of similar to last year's powder room, maybe a little less silvery and a little more look like a dark wood. You've got the DXV sink as well as the faucet here, which is gorgeous. They help me in my bathroom. I work with Grow and DXV, and yeah, just beautiful products that they have. Then you've got like this fluting again that's repeated that we saw in the hallway. It's black, you know, so it's very dramatic in this bathroom. And I love that because you don't really need a lot of light in the powder room. And I think not often enough do we see people having a little bit of fun and drama, especially look at those floors too. So a lot of fun stuff happening there. All right, here we've come into the bedroom. We've got a lot of purple, and purple is my favorite color. This is more like a lilac, like a lavender. And this is by Benjamin Moore, and it is called Inspired, and it's AF595. You know, I don't know. I mean, I love purple. I'm just not sure that I love this room, but I love that it's fun. I'm not loving the location of the TV. I've noticed this in a few bedrooms. I mean, realistically, you're sitting there and you've got to turn your head, you know, if you're sitting on the bed to watch the TV. Maybe it comes out on an arm. Maybe that's true. It totally could do. And I feel in a couple of these rooms, like the carpeting, the area where they've got, and the dresser, I'm not keen on seeing so much of the grain in that wood tone and the heavy handles. Just wasn't really loving that. Feels like more of a light, sophisticated room with the florals and the light headboard. And then you've got, you know, these dark handles and this wood grain. Personally, not a fan of that. I could leave that, but I love, love, love this window treatment. I love how this whole room, by the way, all the trim, the trim, the walls, the baseboards are all painted the same color, but I love this fabric. I mean, again, just repeating those gold tones, more of like a mustardy, you know, here it is here in the chair, the gold tones again, and I love bird photos because it's got both of those colors, and I just love the little ribbon here. The flat Roman treatments, they're one of my favorites. I spec them a lot for clients. All right, now this is a shared bathroom from what I understand, so it can be accessed from this room and then the other room that we're going to see in a minute. Beautiful finishes in this room. The base, the door, and the trims is painted Distant Gray by Benjamin Moore. That's 212470. We've got the countertop is Silestone by Cosentino, and we've got DXV sink as well as the undercounter, the sink, and the faucets are Groa. The shower system, we can't see too much over here, but you can just enough. It's very cool, actually. That's also by Groa. And then you've got the floor, so there's no curb to this floor, so that's going to go a little bit like that, right? It's got to slant a little bit so the water goes into the drain. It's very pretty, neutral, soft colors here. I think this is the other bedroom that you come off of, and I'm not sure. I feel like the color's been listed wrong in the specs that I have. Either way, it's a beautiful blue, and again, we're seeing the trim, the baseboards, the walls, all the same color. Nice window treatment, flat Roman. The other thing that I really love about the designs this year is that it feels like for every window treatment, it's been cut into the wall, like wherever the window is. And I love it, especially when you see it in the drapery in a couple of the other rooms. So you take a look at that. You've got the TV that's, again, you'd have to sit in bed and you'd have to, you know, turn your head. So not loving the location of the TV. I guess if you sat in the chair, it would probably be much more comfortable. All right, and then this is off of the ensuite of the master bedroom. We've got the ghost chair here in front of this floating vanity. Again, I would probably rather see this right to the floor because A, I could get more space out of it, and B, that's just going to be a dust trap, right? But I love the floor to ceiling mirror, the trim around the top of it. It looks great. The wall mounted fixtures there, they look fabulous. The closet here, what is the closet? Let me just tell you. The closet here is, again, it's pale oak. And I guess I just feel, I mean, it'd be nice to be able to actually see the size of the room. I just feel like it's very, very narrow. And even looking at the vent, it doesn't look like a very big closet. It's very long, but I feel like I would feel quite claustrophobic in there. And sometimes I feel like with the space of these homes and how grand the hallways are, could we not have saved a little more space for the closets? Because you can never have enough closet space. But look at this bathroom. Love this bathroom. This is the ensuite bathroom. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a wall covering at the back, which is a little bit tricky to see, but then everything else is done in the Balboa Mist, OC27 by Benjamin Moore. We also did this in a client's main floor. It's just a gorgeous color, and I could look at the detail on the floor. I love it. I love this separation piece in front of the bath. Visually, it's so interesting. That's the toilet I'm going to zoom down at the end. You've got this massive vanity and countertop. I love it. Lots of space, lots of drawers, lots of function in here. And look at this. Like, I even love this niche. I love this marble. I mean, I think this might even be one of my favorite rooms in the house. And again, there's no curb on here. It just goes straight from the floor into the shower. And I just think that's fabulous. All of the fixtures that you see in this bathroom are DXV from the shower head. This here, the tub filler, and then what we saw before with the faucets and the sinks. I just love this. I love the separation. Do you love it? Oh, and there's a bench seat in there too. You can see a little floating bench seat. So I really think the bathroom might be my favorite room. So make sure you comment and let me know what your favorite room is. But look at it there. Oh, a little chandelier. Love, love, love. I really wish I could have seen this bathroom in person. I even love this little detail here. That little lip. Just an extra touch there. All right, so we have the master bedroom, and look at this. This is what I was talking about. So the window treatments inset into the wall, and they're the same color as the wall again. And the wall in this bedroom here, I will tell you, it is again pale oak. So we're seeing pale oak a lot. And I don't know if I mentioned, but we just finished doing a living room and dining room for clients in pale oak. It's it's just such a beautiful color. I love this bed. Again, we're seeing the gold accents, and then you've got like this pretty pattern on the bed. But we don't see those colors repeated anywhere else in this room. And so I would have probably just repeated it even here. Maybe this blue is repeated, but just seeing that little bit of that little red again, little pop of red. TV is in a better location for sure. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there because I know it's already been so long, and we've got the basement to look at and the outside, the backyard, so that is going to be on another video. And the basement actually has my most favorite room in the house, so make sure you come back and check that out, and make sure you're subscribed here to my channel. And like I said, all these pictures are going to be on my blog, so make sure that you check that out, and you can look at them in a little more detail in your own time. I'm Claire Jefford. So glad that you're here with me today. Comment below, did you agree with my assessment of the design and what my thoughts were, the function? Comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, see you soon. See you next time. Cheers.
Yeah.